So today in Buddhist era is 2600 and 2567. 5th of December 2020. In Myanmar 1385. And Quarter day of the South Moon. Today is Uposatha day in India or in Myanmar calendar. Full moon, new moon, and half moon, and quarter moon day is a Uposatha day. Today is a quarter moon day, Tuesday. Now we start to our Dhamma sharing 8:10. So as you know, a Buddhist must develop 3 stages of development: Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Morality, moral conduct; Samadhi, concentration; tranquility; and Panya, wisdom. So there is 3 stages of development, because the 3 stages of defilements must be overcome by Buddhists. So, as you know, Sila is a morality, Samadhi is a concentration, and Panya is a wisdom. The defilements also has 3 stages. The first stages is in Pali, Anusaya Kilesa, latent level. It means this defilements untouched. Second and third level, not inside. If the defilements match the contact of the object, the defilements come up. If no object, every being has these defilements, latent level. The second stage is the Prijyotthana Kilesa, coming up level. Only in mind, when touch the contact, desire, craving, hatred, coming up the defilements, desire, hatred, jealousy, pride, is contact the object. In mind, this is coming up level. Prijyotthana Kilesa. The third one is Videkama Kilesa, transgressing level. Transgressing level is by deed, by speech, very fierce. latent level to coming up level to transgressing level. So the deep speech are very violent and fierce. This is a Videkama Kilesa, the third stage of defilements. So, Sila, morality, dispel Videkama Kilesa, transgressing level. So now you take 8 precepts, abstention from killing, abstention from what is not given, abstention from sexual misconduct, or abstention from any kinds of sexual conduct, abstention from telling lies, abstention from using intoxicant. This is for laymen. Every Buddhist, not only Buddhist, must be kept this 5 precepts like their comment. But if you can take more than 5 precepts, just now you take 8 precepts. Abstention from singing, dancing, listening, and also using the beautified garland, abstention from taking food after midday, after afternoon to dawn, abstention from sleeping, luxurious bed and seats. This is the noble precept. So when you keep morality, when you develop precept, sila, 5 precept or 8 precept or 9 precept, sometimes 10 precept. For bhikkhu, monk, 227 briefly. So if you develop your morality, so the third stage of defilements was dispelled. So now you are keeping 8 precepts, you are not talking about your deed and speech is purified, gentle, but you haven't dispel your coming up level in your mind. That's why when you practice meditation, sometimes you have sensual desire come to your mind, hatred or jealousy, or sometimes impatient. So sometimes you, in the evening, if you are hungry, you desire to eat. Sometimes you think about when you are childhood, someone abused or abusive you. So you feel, if you think about this in your past, so your anger will become. Sometimes you feel sorrow, thinking about. At that time, so if you practice meditation, you know that thinking, wandering, and desire, and hatred, jealousy. So when your mind calm, tranquil, so if your defilements is far away, put away in distance. The first stage of development, morality, put away defilements temporarily. A second stage of development, samadhi, is concentration. But in Buddha's time, if you develop the concentration, you have to develop your one-pointedness, and concentration is concentrate on one-pointedness, your mind calm, tranquility, peace, and happiness. At that moment, you have no greed, hatred, jealousy, no desire. At that time, your mind is a calm, tranquil, peace, and happiness. Distant from defilements. That's why samadhi dispel coming up level. When you develop your samadhi concentration, at that moment your defilements is far away from your mind, distance. As long as you concentrated one object, rising, falling. So later thinking, wandering, and also sometimes sitting, touching. At that moment, your defilements is far away from you, because you get some degree of concentration practiced by momentary concentration. This concentration dispels your defilements, temporary or distance. So the third stage of defilements, the latent development, is wisdom. Now you develop your vipassana meditation based on samatha meditation. When you practice metta meditation, if you early morning you follow guidance of your protective of vipassana meditation, you Buddha Anusati, practice reflecting on Buddha, metta meditation, radiation your loving kindness, and also the reflecting on loathsome of your body, and also reflecting on death. Based on this full protective samatha, later you practice vipassana meditation. This vipassana meditation, the third stage of development, dispel the latent level, uprooted. So, but it is one after another. This stages, three stages of development, connecting each other. When a Buddhist, if you want to become Buddhist, you have to develop your morality, at least 5 precepts. If you develop your morality, you will be gentle, and your deed and speech is purified, and your defilements with far away. You don't killing, you don't telling, you don't killing, and you don't telling lies, and you don't abstention from your sexual misconduct in your daily life, and also abstention from intoxicate. This 5 precepts is not only Buddhist, but also everybody must be kept, not Buddha commandment. It's a universal precept. Whoever keep these 5 precepts, the world will be better world, and also no fighting, and peaceful, and happiness. and also the very happy environment. Because of most of people break 5 precepts. That's why people feel insecure, sometimes not safe. Robbery, snatching, cheating, because of the don't develop the morality. So if you, this development is whoever keep 5 precepts, they will get benefit keeping 5 precepts. Whoever break 5 precepts, they will get bad results, Buddhist or non-Buddhist. This is the universal law. That's why Buddha taught us open and also personal choice. If you want to get long life, you keep killing, abstention from killing. If you take abstention from, keep fast abstention from killing, long life, healthy, and you don't torture the other people. If you want to be powerful and you don't tell lies, if you say truly and fulfully, so your speech, you are, everybody trusts you. In this way, the first development morality must develop every Buddhist. So later, the Buddhists keep on concentration. Concentration is if you practice in Buddha's time, they practice concentration. Two kinds of practice vipassana meditation. Some people they practice concentration meditation, samadhi first, develop samadhi first, later they switch to the vipassana. When you develop samadhi or concentration meditation, one object, for samatha meditation, 40 kinds of subject to observe. When you practice samatha meditation, you concentrate on one pointedness, and also though whenever your mind go out and you bring back your mind, concentrate and observe one pointedness. For example, when you note your touching sensation, you are breathe in, breathe out. So when you concentrate your touching point or you are rising and falling, your mind calm, tranquil, peace and happiness. But if you want to get more deep concentration, develop deeper and deeper, so you will get jhana, 5 kinds of jhana. So later, if you keep on one pointedness and concentration, develop your second stage of development. If you got the supernormal psychic power, 5 kinds of concentration develop, Vijnana we call. So in this way, you have to develop your samatha meditation. This samatha meditation is only dispel temporary, get rid of your defilements. So, the word jhana comes from a root which means to think closely of an object. This is the meaning. Or to burn advanced things which hinder spiritual progress. So when you practice, develop samatha meditation, samadhi meditation. So at first you got first stages of jhana, supernormal power. Also the five jhana. After getting five jhana, stages of jhana, five supernormal power, celestial eyes, celestial ears, remembrance of past birth, reading thoughts of others, and various psychic power. So this is the samatha meditation. You gain this jhana and abhignana. So at that moment, our mind is distant from defilements. That's why the concentration dispel defilements, distance. Second stage of defilements. So, but when you don't practice vipassana meditation, you have defilements latent level. Latent level is like the lighter. When you switch the light, before light, they have light. But when you switch off, no light. When you switch on the light connected the electricity, or the lighter burn the gas, so the fire come up. But normally this lighter has no fire. This latent level of our defilement is like this. So when you meet or when you contact sensual desire, so your sensual desire will come up. This latent level must be dispelled by wisdom. Wisdom means now you are practicing vipassana meditation. You're trying to get rid of your defilements. So at the beginning, you don't know how to focus. Maybe some experience, they know how to focus your object. So later, you know rising and falling, and sitting, touching, daily activities. So when you observe rising and falling, at the beginning you know rising and falling, and noting the noting mind of rising and falling is only one process. When you practice again and again, rising movement is one process, physical phenomena. The knowing of rising movement and making mental note is another process, mental process. This rising movement and falling movement and knowing of the rising movement and falling movement is different. So two processes you are different. You have at that time you could not find your body, only rising movement and falling movement. Same as when you walk, sitting, when you walk, lifting, pushing, dropping. So before you lifting movement, you have no experience of lifting movement. So when you note lifting movement, you must mentally watch your heel. So when your heel start to lift up, at that moment you have to give mental note lifting. Later you pushing, drop, pushing movement, you know pushing movement. Later you drop in movement, you are dropping movement. But in this way, you know lifting, pushing, dropping, lifting, pushing, dropping. So lifting movement is a one process. Noting mind of lifting movement is another process. This mental and physical process you know clearly. In that, later you have to start to increase your walking meditation, intending, lifting, pushing, dropping, intending, lifting, pushing, dropping. When you don't intending mind, you don't move your feet. So you have to observe your intention mind. But at the beginning, you don't know when intention mind come up. Even you don't know, you try to know before lifting movement. So know intending. At that time, you think about, you focus your mind on your heart. So if you used to note intending mind, so later you understand the intending mind come itself before lifting movement. So this is very clear and you know. So intending, after intending mind come up, so you are heel way, lift up, intending, lifting. Same way, intending, moving or intending, pushing or intending, dropping. But if you cannot note intending mind, 3 steps, you start to note 1 step, intending, lifting, pushing, dropping. After that, you know intending mind is the cause. Moving, intending mind is the cause. The lifting movement is the effect. So later, lifting movement is a cause. Knowing of the lifting movement is the effect. Because before lifting movement comes, you don't know about lifting movement. Why your feet lifting up, lifting, at that moment you have experienced lifting movement. That's why lifting movement is the cause. Knowing of the lifting is the effect. In this way, you know the cause and effect. In that way, you have to practice more and more detail and daily activities. Later, you stretching your arm, bending your arm, chewing, eating, and opening your door, and also. So your mindful concentration is very enough. Later you know, sometimes you feel pain. The pain is sometimes too strong, you could not stand. So later you stand up and walk, pain disappears. So at the beginning, you know the pain start to come to your mind, you know pain. At that time, the pain is increased, more and more pain, severe and severe. It means that the first time you know the pain is different. You know the pain, after that more pain is more and more. This is a different from the pain process. This is because it is impermanence. So sometimes you feel the pain is not move. Normally this pain is inside there, we increase. So the first you know pain, Second time, the more pain, you know more pain. In this way, the painful sensation process is more and more, so you know that this is impermanent. That's why it's called suffering. In this we call not so non-self. You don't want to feel pain, that the pain comes itself. But if you observe the pain, you know the true nature of the pain. So when you practice Vipassana meditation, so you let the pain come to you. Don't you keep, this pain is not yours, it comes itself. If you be patient and observe the pain, it will go away, or slowly or suddenly go away. If you change your pain, your posture very open, so you don't know about the pain process correctly. That's why you must be patient with the pain. Sometimes it's same as the thinking, wandering. Thinking comes to your mind. You know, as soon as you know thinking, you know thinking. So later at the beginning, you don't know when did your mind go out and thinking. For a long time, maybe one story, what you are learning, you want to think one of the story. So or every story finished, you know, I'm thinking. At that time, you know, thinking. Later, you try to note your thinking. As soon as I will try to note, as soon as my thinking mind come up, or my mind go out. So if you know, so let you know quickly. Sometimes you know on the middle of your thinking mind. So the two kinds of thinking. One thinking is you want to think about something. So this thinking mind is get difficult to overcome, difficult to note, because you like to think. So until some imaginations and planning, but one thing is unconsciously you don't think, you don't know, you are not intend to think, but thinking it comes itself. This the kind of thinking is easy to know. Thinking. But the most important thing is as soon as you think, you must be observed. You must observe it. If you observe as soon as the thinking mind will not last long. So sometimes some people they indulge of their thinking. Sometimes if you practice meditation longer, but you could not longer, so at that time you are not as unsatisfactory, as impatient in your mind. Sometimes you feel impatient about your painful sensation. You want to sit longer, but you could not stand your pain. At that time your anger will come at you. At that time you know anger, or impatient. And also try to sit a little bit longer. Later you can note, you can note your sitting posture, and later you have to be aware of your movement of your body and bow down and keep on. Sometimes some people, if you want to stand up, they forgot to keep on mindfulness. If you want to stand up and walk in meditation, so you have to be aware of your movement of your leg. You look at your leg and your hand lifting up, and also bow down slowly and keep on your mindfulness. In this way, your mindfulness is still there, but your concentration may be a little bit weak. But when you stand up, also slowly stand up and walking slowly, left, right. And in this way, you keep on your mindfulness meditation. So everything is sometimes your happiness come up, you know, happy. Sometimes you are depression, you know, depression. So let it come and let it go. Don't keep anything and don't cling in your mind. So this is very important. So sometimes you feel back pain, you feel trying to realize the painful sensation. What is the process of the pain? Don't feel the pain. If you feel the pain, you have to, my back is pain. So you are at your, the pain is mine. That's why you feel more pain. Not only physical pain, but also mental pain. So that's why let the physical pain, don't let mental pain. Trying to realize the pain is as pain. Unpleasant or unsatisfactoriness and impatient, feel embarrassed. So in this way, when you develop your, that stage of development, wisdom, to reach the vipassana knowledge and Magga and Phala, the first stage of enlightenment, when you, through the vipassana knowledge, 13 stages of vipassana knowledge, some say 10 stages, but some are summarized. So when you reach the first stage of enlightenment, so you are defilements, 2 factors, 3 factors was dispelled by first stage of enlightenment. So at that time, so you have no doubt of Buddha Dhamma. So the first stage of enlightenment, he eliminates the 3 factors of self-illusion. This is the doubt and clinging to vain rites and ritual. These 3 factors was dispelled by first stage of enlightenment, wisdom. So we call this is the, it's only when he destroys 3 factors completely that he realizes Nibbana for the first time in his existence. At this stage, he one who enters the stream that leads to Nibbana. For just as stream flows inevitably towards the ocean, so he will attain suddenly his final enlightenment. So this is we call also because he has not eradicated the remaining 7 factors, he may be reborn as many as 7 times. The spiritual development weaken. So the next 7 factor. So that's why he is a like stream. The stream flow to the ocean. The first stage of enlightenment is we call stream. Because if you develop more and more, he will reach final destination until the uprooted all defilements. This is the first enlightenment. The second is he developed again and again, because based on the first stage of development, morality, later concentration, now develop wisdom. So now the second stage of enlightenment is spiritual weakens the next 2 factors. We call Sagadagama Magga. The first stage of enlightenment is Dosa Sotapatti Magga. Second one is that he haven't not uprooted, but weakens 2 factors. One is a sensual desire and one is a hatred. two factors weaken then the first stage of enlightenment. But he is a once returner. He only worldly desire reborn once. After once he was reborn, when you practice, develop, so he will reach the final destination, once returner. This is the not uprooted, not dispel factors, but only two factors weakens, craving and also hatred. But that stage of enlightenment, Anagami Magga, is when he developed more and more his Vipassana knowledge, so he reached that stage of enlightenment. Is dispel, eradicated two factors, craving and anger. So, this is the once return. So he is a no returner. Because of this, the third stage of enlightenment, he uprooted his craving and hatred. So he won't reborn in sensual world being. He is a Brahmawa, very, very the highest world. After that, he hasn't uprooted the 5 factors. That's why he will reborn in Brahmawa, and when he practice, he reach the final destination. So that stage of enlightenment is a layman can reach. And also when you reach that stage of enlightenment, you won't stay with your family life, but they stay together, but they don't sleep together, like brother and sister, because of here no more sexual desire, no more lustful thought, and also there no hatred, no anger. That's why very, very calm and very tranquil, and also he will be reborn in the Brahmawa, and later he reached the final destination. So the one is the later, if we develop more and more, so he eradicated the 5 factors. Because of altogether 10 factors. 5 factors of craving for existence in the world of form, craving for existence in the immaterial world, pride or conceit, restlessness and ignorance. Then he realizes that rebirth is exalted, the holy life is fulfilled, and what was to be done has been done. This is the highest, holiest peace and end of greed, hatred and delusion. There is nothing more for him to do, for he has shown that man can follow the path of Buddha to Nirvana. This is sometimes in Myanmar, when you want to ask some people, ask the monk if he is Arahant or not. Sometimes he asks, did you finish your work? So that's why Arahant, when you reach the 4th stage of enlightenment, nothing to do. Because of every fulfill of perfection, also all uprooted defilements. So that's why here that man is free who is strong enough to say, Whatever comes, I accept as best. Because he has no defilements, no greed, no hatred, no delusion. That's why this is nothing to do. That's why the Buddha, some people, they ask the monk, Yahan Kaisa means bhikkhu monks, did you finish your bhikkhu business? But you should not ask this because of monks cannot see even he got 4 stages of enlightenment or 1 stage of enlightenment, he must not tell any layman, and even Samnira cannot. If you know he have no experience of 1st stage of enlightenment or this 4 stage, any stage of enlightenment, if he don't know he has nothing to attain any stage of enlightenment, but he want to get famous and he want to post it, he want to get things, from the, we want to get donation from the people. So if he have bad intention and he pretend to get enlightenment and see public or people, he has a fourth rule. As soon as he told this, if the people understand, so he is a no more bhikkhu monk. He is already, he has monkshood is expired. That's why people must be careful. If you think the monk is a Ariya, noble person, Arahant, but you say he is not Arahant, also is that you have Akusala, no good. If you think about it, if you talk about it, so you could not practice more because of the block you are to get enlightenment. But if the monk not Arahant, he don't reach final destination. But if you think he is not Arahant, not noble person, also you talk about this, also you have bad karma, and also block your practice meditation. You cannot practice. If you practice, you have no more experience of vipassana. This is very careful. Some people they want to know about this very how can I say, investigate the monk. So normally watch yourself, don't watch the other people. Understand? Now practice meditation, you come to watch yourself, don't watch the other people. If you watch the other people, you are not right, you don't know about the truth. If you watch yourself, you know about yourself rightly understand. This is most important. So now I think it's time's up. So the 3 stages of development is, one is a sila, morality, second is a samadhi, concentration, third is a wisdom, vipassana, knowledge, and path knowledge and fruition knowledge. Also 3 kinds of defilements: latent level, coming up level, transgressing level. So morality dispel the transgressing level, that stage of defilements. If you keep morality, your body and speech and gentle and calm, and your defilements is a temporary put away. The second concentration, development concentration, dispel your mind. Sometimes in your mind, anger, ill will, desire, hatred, jealousy, pride. So when you develop your second stage of development, samadhi, dispel, second stage of defilements, both way, distance, little bit longer than the first stage. But your concentration has gone, that defilement will come. The third stage of development, wisdom, uprooted, eradicated all defilements, greed, hatred, delusion. So in this way, if you want to be good Buddhist or best Buddhist or great Buddhist, you must develop Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Now you have already developed Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Only you need to practice until you reach the final destination to attain Nibbana, the cessation of suffering, arhatship. No? So may all of you will understand these three stages of development, and you develop Sila, Samadhi, Panya, and reach the final destination, which is Nibbana, the cessation of suffering. Sadhu, sadhu.